Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha. The teachings are really as a Malameh Shlita. Well, we hope everyone's having a great week so far. We thank you for joining us. We ask you to please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Gan Yisrael. Before Shalom L'chol B'tzua Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel. We learn each day Le'il Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon Ben Harav Duran V'Shel Shem Gam Damo. Also, as we've been mentioning, we have a wonderful sponsorship this week from an anonymous loyal listener, Le'il Nishmas Bracha Bas David, Chaya Bas Shmuel, Rachel Hinda Bas Simcha David. May their holy neshamas have an aliyah. So the next chapter is Seder HaTefillah. Rov HaGaonim VaRishonim Sovrim Shein Tzarech Lomar Karbonos Lefnei Tefillas Mincha. So most Gaonim and Rishonim hold that there is no requirement to say Karbonos before Mincha. V'chein Rambam, and the Rambam writes in the 9th chapter of Hilchos Tefillah, Halacha Ches, and also in the Shulchan Aruch, Lo Hizkiru She'omer Karbonos Mincha. They don't mention that we should say Karbonos in Mincha. V'yesh Ma Rishonim Shekasu Lomar as Parshas HaTomid VaKatoris Lefnei Mincha, and there are some Rishonim that write that we should say the parsha of the Tamid and also the incense, the Ketoras, before Mincha. Shekashem Sheroy L'Omrim L'Fnei Shachris Kachroy L'Omrim L'Fnei Mincha. Just as we say them before Shachris, it's similar we should say them before Mincha as well. V'anogman Al Pi HaArizal Makpidim Yosef Lomar Karbonos L'Fnei Tefillas Mincha. And those who follow the Minhag Ari, they are very careful to recite Karbonos before Mincha. Hakol Noagin Lomar Mizmor Tehillah David. Everybody has the custom of saying Tehillah David, what we call Ashrei Lefnei HaTefillah, before Shmona Esrei. V'zos Minei Sheroy L'Sader Shivcho Shel Makom Lefnei Tefillas Hamida, because we have to arrange and have an order of the praise of HaKadosh Baruch Hu before davening Shmona Esrei. V'hayru Ke'ein Psuka de Zimra Shleif Tefillas HaMincha. So just like in the morning we have Psuka de Zimra, so the Psuka de Zimra of Mincha, that's the role that Ashrei plays. There's no absolute requirement to say it before Mincha. So therefore, if let's say you're getting close to the Zman and you're going to lose time to say Mincha, you could skip Ashrei and go straight to Shmona Esrei. That's the Mishnah Brura in Reish Lamed Daled Sif Katan Vav. Let's say you get to shul and they're about to start Shmona Esrei, and we know that the optimal performance of Tefillah B'tzibur is to daven the silent Shmona Esrei together with the Tzibur, so you could skip Ashrei and you should start Shmona Esrei right away with the congregation. After Ashrei, the Chazan says a half Kaddish, and after that he says the Shmona Esrei quietly. Which is then, of course, followed by the repetition, which is done by the Chazan. Kohanim don't duchen, again, that's in Israel, obviously, where they duchen every day, but Kohanim do not duchen in the repetition at Mincha. Because we worry that maybe if you're davening Mincha right after you've eaten and you had some alcohol at Mincha at lunch, and the Kohen is not allowed to duchen if he had something to drink, so therefore we don't duchen at Mincha. And on a fast day, when there's no worry of this, because again, people are fasting, so there's no eating, there's no drinking, so therefore they do duchen. And that's why here in Chutz La'aretz we say Elokeinu v'Elokei Voseinu on a fast day at Mincha. After the Shmona Esrei and the repetition, we say Tachanun. According to the Minhag Sfard and Chasidim, Nusach Sfard, they say Vidui and Yud Gimel Midas Rachamim and then Tachnun. L'minhag Ashkenaz v'Teiman Omrim Rak Nefilas Apayim, but Ashkenaz and some Yemenite Minhagim, they say only Tachnun, Nefilas Apayim. Acharei Tachanunim Achazan Omer Kaddish Tiskabel, and after Tachnun is over, they say the full Kaddish Tiskabel. Uv'yamim she'ein Omer Behem Tachnun Hachazan Omer Kaddish Tiskabel Achar Chazor Sashatz. And if there's no Tachnun, and as soon as the repetition of the Shmona Esrei is concluded, you go straight to Kaddish Tiskabel. Svardim Olam Lamatzech Meneginos. Svardim have the custom of saying the 67th Psalm Lamatzech Meneginos v'achar of Kaddish Yasom, and then a mourner's Kaddish. U'misaymen es hatfilah ba'aleinu l'shabech, and then they conclude with Aleinu. V'Ashkenazim einam omram Lamatzech, but Ashkenazim we do not recite this psalm v'omram Kaddish Yasom achar Aleinu l'shabech, but rather we just say full Kaddish Aleinu followed by a mourner's Kaddish, and that's the straightforward nature of Mincha. So you don't find too much differentiation between the Nischos in terms of the order of Mincha. Marvel Morsa, as we'll see in a few weeks, but Mincha is certainly much more, we find elaboration in Shachris, but when Mincha, it's pretty much straightforward. So thank you so much for listening. Please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Gan Yisrael. Safety for our brothers and sisters in Israel, and Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon Ben Harav Duran V'Shel Shem Gam Damo. And again, sponsors this week, the Le'il Nishmos Bracha Bastav Chai Bashur, Hinda Basim Chadav, and Nishmat Aliyah. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you here next time. Have a great day.